Hi everyone. Once again, if you didn't see last night's episode, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was our last regular season episode, and it determined who's going to Bryant Park. Well, it sort of determined that. Well, the circus is in town. That's how I want to begin. I had no idea. I'm used to the circus being at Madison Square Garden. So when I heard we were going out to Coney Island, I was a little stunned. I thought, really? What circus is it? Well, it's Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, the circus. And it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. There was this huge, big top, of course, a huge tent, and we did make one request: no animals. We didn't want there to be any animals in this, and we know that it's a sensitive topic, and of course I'm a PETA spokesperson, and I was just thrilled that the producers were so sensitive to the issue. So it was all about people. It was all about performers, acrobats, and tumblers, and one thing you don't see on the show, which was terrifying and mesmerizing at the same time, was a motorcyclist in a spherical cage who would just run around the perimeter of it, upside down, sideways. It was horrifying. Then there were 2 motorcycles in the cage. Then there were 3. And I thought, I hope someone has an ambulance outside, or 2 or 3. And actually, I thought I would need one myself, just from passing out. At any rate, the designers were totally disarmed by the experience. They had a wonderful time. It was nothing if not inspirational. And they were to create a look inspired by the circus, a high-end look. The challenge, though, the underlying challenge, was not to have it go to a costume. Very easy when you start thinking about circus colors and circus silhouettes. It's very easy to go costume. So we return to Manhattan and to Mood with a $300 budget? I can't remember. I think so. And they have 2 days for the challenge, which is remarkable. I mean, talk about maybe another Project Runway first. 2 days for the challenge without a surprise. That was the real first. And where to go from here? Well, we have our little group. I mean, we only have 5 designers at this point. So I keep saying it all begins and ends at Mood. In a way, it ended at Mood for Anthony, I have to say. Picking that grayish blue blob of fabric, and that's really all that he had, practically. It was so lackluster. And then he designed such a basic gown. And by that I mean the silhouette was very basic. So had the textile been of any real visual interest, print, pattern, texture, something, then at least the simplicity of the silhouette would have been augmented by that textile. But it was a combination of drab textile, drab silhouette. The construction was haphazard in many ways. I felt bad for him. And you could look around the room and tell by virtue of what everyone else was doing that this was just dull, basically, dull. And that is, of course, how it was perceived on the runway. So Anthony's out. We have Seth Aaron with this exuberant, over-the-top look. It's very interesting. He and Mila use very similar pieces, coats, for instance, pants, and very similar silhouettes. And when I always lean a little closer to the television when the designers have their one-on-one interviews with the camera, because I'm not privy to them. I don't know what they've said. And when Seth Aaron was talking about Mila's coat, I thought, is he going to say he's envious of it? Is he going to say it looks just like mine? What's he going to say? Well, he didn't like it. And I thought, well, it's almost exactly like your own coat. What's to object to? I'm carrying on, though. So we have 2 designers going on to Bryant Park for certain. You know, this is the last season I can say Bryant Park. Next season it's going to be Lincoln Center. So it's our last Bryant Park show. 2 designers going on to Bryant Park, Seth Aaron and Emilio. And if you noticed, I certainly did, in fact noticed and emailed the producers whether this was correct, there's no winner. So the view was that going to Bryant Park was enough of a win. So Seth, Aaron, and Emilio move forward. And I have to say on the topic of Emilio, I have to say this. There's a moment in the show, it's during the critique, when my voice gets shrill, which it normally doesn't. Well, sometimes it does, but it normally doesn't. When I'm saying, but where's the color? We sent you to the circus, where's the color? There was a little preface that you don't hear, which was, what if the judges say to you, where's the color? We sent you to the circus, there's no color. That's the context and capacity, because I knew we'd gone to the circus, I was there. I mean, at any rate, I wanted you to know that. I wasn't yelling at him, I was giving him a pep talk. Well, no, I was trying to get him to recalibrate his thinking about the look. And later, he looks at Lorena walking around the workroom during the model fitting and realizes, I need some color. And he did, and thankfully he did it. And of course, the judges were in a puddle. Again, all of that is look. A puddle. Wow, you would have thought he had invented fire. Well, the puddle could put it out. At any rate, shut up, Tim. So then we have a battle for the third position at Bryant Park. And the battle is between Mila and Jay. And it is a kind of metaphorical battle. So those four designers are going off to do collections for Bryant Park. And when they return in February, we will see how Jay and Mila fall out in all this and what the judges think. I don't know that it's been revealed what that process will be, but I will certainly talk to you about it next week. Alright, so next week is the home visits, and there's one that's very incendiary. Watch, please.